Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Clay Center Corner. I'm Rudy Airwood, and I'm joined today by the always fabulous Morgan Robinson and Leah Dunmeyer, and we are going to be talking about all things Clay Center today. The kind of motivation behind this show is going over all of the different branches of the Clay Center, and to reiterate, like we did in our first episode, the Clay Center is all-encompassing. It includes branches of education, performance, as well as art. We have a beautiful planetarium with multiple shows in it, and it just has a little bit of everything, something for everyone. So we want to kind of work down the list today, and we want to start out by talking about our education branch, and we're actually joined here at the very beginning from our new Director of Education, Thaddeus Papke, who's going to tell us about some upcoming education programs and exhibits we have going on now at the Clay.
Hi, I'm Thaddeus Papke, and previously on Clay Center Corner, we gave you a little overview of the When the Earth Shakes traveling exhibit we have currently in our exploratory at the Clay Center. But we skipped the single biggest exhibit piece we have here, the Tsunami Tank. You can build a little structure like a house or a flood wall out of these large Lego pieces. Then you come to our control panel and you set the magnitude of your earthquake and how high the tectonic plates will lift. So we're going to set this kind of medium high, so large magnitude earthquake, good uplift from the tectonic plates. We're going to press our start button and see what kind of waves we'll create with our simulated underwater earthquake. Ready? Water starts moving. And waves come splashing up against the seawall structure that we built here to help protect our little Lego city inhabitants. Of course, this is only a moderately strong tsunami wave that we're simulating here. If you come and try this for yourself, you can make an even bigger wave and see if your engineering structures can withstand it. We've got some amazing activities coming up in the Avocado Discovery Museum in the Clay Center this month and next month. In March, we're going to have the March Madness competitions, where historical scientists pit their experiments face to face, and we do our own bracketing system with them. We'll also have Discover Day camps. Whenever school's not in session on a weekday, school will be in session here at the Clay Center with our special lab classroom activities. And we've got homeschool days coming up as well, especially for those homeschool kids who want to get a little bit of extra science learning in. And we've got our upcoming spring break camp, a full week planned of amazing activities with science learning at the heart and a little bit of an investigative theme. You can find out more about all of these things on the Clay Center website, claycenter.org. And don't forget, in February, it's Engineering Appreciation Month, and we'll be having special activities in the planetarium and all through the museum that showcase great engineering activities and discoveries.
All right, thanks, Thad. So obviously we have a lot going on here at the Clay Center in February and leading into March and spring break and everything. And one thing you can always count on too, like we talked about at the beginning of the show, is our fantastic Caperton Planetarium. And every day you can come in. There are daily showings of multiple movies in IMAX right now. The main ones you can catch on an everyday basis are The Arctic, which actually just recently won an award, I know. It is an absolutely beautiful film, and when you're in a planetarium and you're all encompassed in that snow, I advise, just in your mental state, to wear a jacket because you just feel cold watching it, but it is an absolutely amazing film. We also have Planet 9 right now, so any of those Pluto fans out there, come in, give your opinion on that show as well. And then, of course, our favorite, and I know it's Morgan Robinson's favorite too, Superpowered Dogs, because everybody loves a hardworking doggo.
Yes.
And it is a great film, also narrated by Chris Evans, and who doesn't love Chris Evans? So anyway, we have all those coming up on the daily, and you can come and check those out through the week at the Clay Center. So we talked about education in the beginning. We want to talk about art now, and I want to bring in, since she's the vice president of our museum and talking about our art museum so much, we actually just had a fantastic run of Van Gogh For All. It's a real blockbuster exhibit, And I know we had a ton, especially students, come through, but people of all ages came through and enjoyed Van Gogh. And I know you two really enjoyed it as well. But we had several pictures and videos going through, and a lot of special programming too. But what were you kind of seeing there, Morgan, in the museum?
This experience was so great for so many members of our audience because it really starts to provoke an interest in art for those really little guys that are, 3 and 4 years old. They can get in, make their own pieces of artwork. And we hope that as they age and as they start to really feel out their interests, they'll remember this experience, and it gives them their first taste of art and art history. One of the things I love, there are so many Van Gogh shows going around right now.
Yes.
I mean, we see them everywhere. There's immersive Van Gogh with the video screens. This is something a little bit different. It really gets hands-on. So we were really lucky to have that here in Charleston. I'm so glad that so many people came out to see it, were able to support it, and we even had the video Loving Vincent, the film that came on. But people really got into it, and I think we have some new fans and some people who explored their interest even more.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you see all ages in these pictures here that are showing, and it's so funny because a lot of times I think when people come to the Clay Center, they get their admission pass to go in, and immediately sometimes we say you can go explore the art museum, and they say, oh, my kids will just break everything. Well, no, get up there and touch everything in the Van Gogh exhibit. It was just wonderful for them to be able to get to experience that on that level. And along with that, they also were doing art labs for students that came in. They got to create their own kind of Van Gogh inspired art. I mean, just so many incredible elements. If you didn't get a chance to see it, you missed out because it was truly, it was a spectacle. It kind of overwhelmed me the first time.
We call it a blockbuster exhibit for a reason because it really is a blockbuster exhibit. And like you said, we saw so many great high school students. So many people think that the Clay Center is for the younger generations, and 10 and 12 is about the oldest that you can get, but we love our high school students as well. And so seeing all of those art clubs and art classes come in and really get to see Van Gogh in action and participate in that was really exciting as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we actually still throughout February, and I think a little while longer, have another exhibit going on right now called The Floating World, talking about Japanese ukiyo prints. And those were actually a big inspiration for Van Gogh. And, looking at our small exhibit space and the large one that was housing Van Gogh, one might say, how I don't understand how these are connected, but as soon as you walk into Floating World, it kind of tells you, this is what inspired so many of Van Gogh's paintings. It's a really beautiful exhibit, and it features several loans from the Huntington Museum of Art, so it's great we get to work with our neighbors on
That's
that
what
too.
I was going to say. We love to be able to work with our partnering organizations, so we do have some loan pieces from the Huntington Museum of Art. That exhibit will be up through March, and Art After Dark that we have in March is actually going to have an entire Japanese theme, so we're excited to really tap into that market. A lot of people haven't been able to see that exhibit yet, so this explains, like you said, why it made sense to partner it with the Van Gogh exhibit and why it's so important to have it on site now.
Yeah, and kind of going on with that too, with Floating World, we have this upcoming printmaking workshop which I believe is starting February 19th. And it's $25 per person. I believe we've already sold, at the time this airs, over half of the spaces for it. So if you're seeing this now, you want to get a move on it. But it's really interesting because you'll get to create your own print pieces, correct?
Absolutely. You get to create your own print pieces. You learn a little bit about several different types of printmaking, like relief printmaking, where you carve your own little, almost like a stamp, and make it that way. It's a lot of fun, and it's a really great way for people of all ages, adults and children, to come together and to have a hands-on experience in the Art Museum at the Clay Center.
Yeah, this is something I saw relief at first, and I was like, I could use that.
I could use some
that sounds right up my alley. And then finally going and continuing to talk about our Juliet Art Museum, we have an upcoming exhibit featuring a West Virginia artist very well known to many, Ellie Shaw, and that's opening February 27th, correct?
Yes, Sunday, February 27th. We are so excited to have an entire exhibit featuring Ellie Shaw. Yeah. She is an amazing artist right here in West Virginia. We've seen several of her pieces before in some of our invitationals. She truly has such a beautiful style. It's amazing. You can really immerse yourself into artwork, and she really taps into that West Virginia feel. Yeah. She has an entire section called Hollers, which is so much fun. I love that so much. they're absolutely gorgeous, and it's wonderful because we're able to work with the artists. Ellie's here with us. She's going to be doing some walkthroughs.
Right.
We have a watercolor workshop that's going to be going on. It's a series of classes with her that takes place over, I think, 6 or 8 weeks. Those always sell out. We've done them before, so it's a lot of fun and a great way for beginners and for intermediate. If you have a little bit of experience, she's going to really help you work on those skills.
And that's one thing we stress with all of our workshops. I mean, really, they are designed for, you know, we say the Clay Center is for everyone. You can bring younger children to these things and experience. I mean, obviously have some, you know, an adult with them and whatnot, but it's great to get them learning about these things at such a young age. So I know we have that coming up with Ellie, and she's just worked in so many mediums. I know primarily as a painter, but I mean, this collection is going to feature a lot of, obviously, her paintings, but also furniture she's painted, and just it's just a really impressive lineup. I know we were kind of getting a sneak peek of the catalog that's going to correspond with it, and I think it'll be really impressive.
It's gorgeous. And when we had the Invitational several years ago, she actually did a dollhouse, and that was one of my favorite pieces, because in the dollhouse, she worked with other artists in West Virginia to create little pieces. So within the dollhouse, you would see portraits from other artists inside it. It was really cool, and it was one of the pieces that you could truly like pull up a chair and sit looking at for an hour and never see all of the details.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to see what she brings. And because she works with so many artists, we're actually going to have some of her friends presenting classes as well. So Susan Feller, she's done a rug hooking workshop with us in the past. She's going to be coming back again for another workshop. It's really going to be a lot of fun and embracing so much of the amazing talent that West Virginia has. Ellie, of course, doing a 60-year retrospective. So, you know, 6 decades of her work, over a half a century. Absolutely amazing. It's really something special that we're hoping that everybody comes to see, because it's really a lifetime achievement for her.
Oh, no doubt. Anyone that can do anything for 60 years, my word. I mean, that is just...
I'm tired
that's
thinking
a lot
about
of
it.
patience. That's a lot of patience, a lot of passion there. That's fantastic.
Patience, passion, and talent. And
Yes.
she has all three in
Oh,
spades.
so excited. So again, that's opening February 27th, and we'll be housed in the Juliet Art Museum for a few months there at the Clay Center. So you'll definitely want to come and check that out soon. Want to roll in right now talking, Morgan, about the performance branch of the Clay Center, which is always super exciting.
Oh my gosh, February, the
We are
stage is
packed.
hopping. Yes,
Oh,
the
my
stage
word.
is hopping. You know, during the pandemic, we had to reschedule so many shows. So we're starting to see some of the shows that people have really been waiting for years now coming back, Righteous Brothers being one of them.
Right.
We have not lost that love and feeling.
That's right. That's
we still
right.
have it. It is strong.
Sweet
Righteous
Unchained
Brothers.
melody plays on.
It does. So many jokes with that, but seriously, their singing and their talent is no joke. Of course, Becky Hurd, Bill Medley, absolutely amazing. Bill carrying on for the original Righteous Brothers, bringing Becky on as the next generation. Just gorgeous, and these guys are so awesome. They're so excited to play here in Charleston. They've been in Vegas doing a residency.
Yes.
So excited to hop across the country and meet some of their fans outside.
Yeah, I know. My father-in-law was hitting me up for tickets just last night. I mean, he said, we absolutely love the Righteous Brothers. You think you can, you guys still have enough tickets? We still have enough tickets.
We do
but
have
you
tickets.
need to get them very soon.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you, Valentine's Day. It's
it's
perfect.
perfect timing.
It's perfect. Unchained Melody is probably one of the best love songs of all time.
Absolutely.
Well, of course, I always like Bill Medley singing the theme from Dirty
Dirty
Dancing. So, I
Time of
mean,
Your
the
Life.
ultimate.
Yeah. It's something for everybody.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
So, and then literally the day after, the first of our Broadway in Charleston series begins with the Simon and Garfunkel story.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah, it's going to be so
No breath.
exciting. No breath. Our poor stage crew is going to just be like spending the night at the Clay Center, so please bring them coffee and donuts on that morning. But yeah, Simon and Garfunkel stories kicking off the 2022 season for Broadway in Charleston. Tickets are limited on that one. They're really selling fast, and this is the story of how the iconic duo, of course, came to be.
Right.
Their struggles, their songwriting. You're going to hear all of those songs that you love the most. So if you are a Simon and Garfunkel fan, this is the closest you're going to get to the real thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously a million hits right there, and that rolls into our remaining Broadway shows in the 2022 season. So I believe in March, the next one is going to be Hairspray, correct?
Hairspray, yeah, which is probably the one I'm looking most forward to.
Oh,
It's so much fun. Hairspray, then we moved straight into Anastasia, a newer classic, and finished out with the Jersey Boys.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of one big blockbuster after another there. I mean, those are all just absolutely fantastic shows. Hairspray, I mean, if you don't know Hairspray, oh my word, you don't even have to be a big musical theater fan. I mean, it is
It's a pop culture classic at this point.
Absolutely
it's been made into films, it's been on television, it made the careers for so many people like Ricky Lake. So,
oh my gosh,
right?
Ricky, I always that's what my husband always says. He's like, I think you forget the true legend in this was Ricky Lake. And he's absolutely right. But yeah, I mean, just so many fantastic takes on Hairspray. And then Anastasia, I think we talked last time, Leah, about just how excited we were to see these huge flying sets and the costuming. And I'm so excited to see that show. And then Jersey Boys, actually, it's been years since they kind of came into this area again, so I'm really glad that they are bringing their authentic Jersey language back to the Clay Center again.
They are. You're going to get an authentic experience. It's absolutely a favorite for so many people, and I know so many people that say anytime they're within a 2-hour radius, I'm going to see them because it's just such a classic show. Even if you're not a true Broadway lover, which I know a lot of people say, you don't have to be. Frankie Valli, the Four Seasons, like, come on, it's perfect. But back to Anastasia really quickly, I have to say one word that always comes to mind when I see the photos or the videos: magical. If you have kids and you love to introduce them to Broadway or to theater,
it's the perfect time.
It really is the perfect time because it's just such a gorgeous show.
And it is based on the animated classics. So, I mean, you can kind of preempt them. You can watch the movie. You can come see the show in person. I mean, there really are, again, we say it a million times, there are elements for everyone at the Clay Center, and that's the type of show we like to bring in as well. So so we still have tickets available for all shows, but those are selling very well. So you definitely do not want to wait around to grab those tickets. We always say a lot of times people will wait 72 hours before to buy tickets. You do not want to do that with the Broadway shows at all. So, and then again, we're talking about our poor stage crew not having any rest. We're going to move right in on February 19th and have our second sound checks of 2022 with Remember Jones.
Yes, Soundchecks is probably one of my favorite series we do. And it's grown. This year we're doing it every month, all year long. This is our second show, like you said, of the season. The last show was so much fun. Remember Jones, just look at the picture.
Zach Bogan,
oh my God.
and I were talking the other day. He does our performance stuff. And Zach said, the outfit reminds me of Powerline from a Goofy movie. And I get those vibes. I totally understand it. He is a showman, man. He loves it.
He is a showman, yes. He is going to be so much fun. We've never had him in the area before, so this is a lot of people their first chance to see him live. He's huge on the festival circuit, which you know means he's going to bring the energy. We also have Corduroy Brown, who's local. I know he's big in Huntington, plays some here in Charleston as well. He's going to be opening up, and the amazing DJ Nick Scott is going to be doing our pre-party. So really, from the moment you arrive at 6:30, the music begins, the fun starts, people are on the dance floor. It's a lot of fun.
This is definitely going to be a dance show. You going to dance this time, Leah?
Absolutely.
Atta girl.
I'll tell you, I come just to watch Ariana, our amazing guest services manager.
Oh my gosh. I literally had, I know we're going to talk about CARNAVAL shortly, but I had so many friends and my husband the other night when Ariana got on the floor, we were just like, who is this magical fairy out there just absolutely breaking down? And she does it at every sound check. Come just for that entertainment. I mean, Ariana is worth it.
Yeah.
So, and then there's a rundown of our the first half of our 2022 season. We've got some Chawa in March is going to be. Oh, that's another show.
Wow.
That's a big one. And Levon, a lot of people that came to the REO concert, I know they're going to want to come back because they opened for REO Speedwagon. We had them a couple months.
And I'll tell you, they had such a love affer with Charleston that they told us they wanted to come back, which is so exciting. So really excited. That show's already sold quite a few tickets. So you want to get on that one early. And of course, the last show in June before we start the next season, Holly Forbes from The Voice. That's so exciting. Another amazing local talent. We are already working on the second half of the season, and I'll tell you, even more surprises to come with that.
Oh, cannot wait. If you have never been to a sound check session, you have got to get to at least one this year just to check out the scene. We always have a food truck or somebody on hand serving great local food. Embassy provides our spirits for the night to, absolutely from beginning to end. It's just a great event. It starts, later in the evening. You can come, after work. Sometimes we're actually having several Saturday shows this year, so you
Friday
can
and
come
Saturday.
to some of those.
Yeah, and grab dinner. Like you said, I think in February we have Bite Me as the
Yes,
food truck,
yes.
which is such a fun little name. But yeah, we try to spice it up a little bit. And the whole feel is to support local artists, to support local entrepreneurs, and then to really get behind those rising and emerging artists that we're going to be seeing on the main stage very soon.
Absolutely. Oh, I've no doubt they're going to be on the main stage. So, and then, you know, again, rolling into the end of February. I mean, again, we're still talking about February shows right now. Postmodern Jukebox on February 27th. They are so fun. And they are one of those groups that I think a lot of times you mention Postmodern Jukebox and it doesn't immediately strike a chord with some people, but you say, wait, let me show you a video.
Yeah.
They circulate everywhere. They are a viral sensation. They just do all of these amazingly cool retro spins on modern songs. I absolutely loved. I heard them do a spin on, I think it was No Doubt.
Oh, yeah.
They did Don't Speak. And when you listen to it, you would never even guess that had been a Gwen Stefani song before.
A pop song.
It's a totally new element. It is so cool, and they do that with every song. And it kind of got this. Scott Bradley's developed this kind of Gatsby-like feel for them, and this is a huge show too. It's a lot of people.
Huge, yeah. So many people, so many musicians, so many performers like dancers, tap dancers.
Yeah.
It's kind of an assault on your senses in the best way possible because you're never going to know where to look. There's just going to be something happening on stage at all times. But I totally agree. Everything old is new again. We love the Roaring 20s, and this is definitely kind of a throwback to that vibe where everything just feels fun. And you know what? I think fun is something we all need right now.
Isn't that the truth?
But yeah, some of your favorite songs that you've heard on the radio recently and in years past, like you said, no doubt, they're going to be reimagined. So you may find your new favorite song.
Surprise guests show up, so we never know who might show up.
You never know.
You might want to come just for that surprise alone. But I mean, incredibly entertaining show. Tickets still on sale for that right now. You want to make sure you score those. Again, that's February 27th. That's going to be in the main Mayor Performance Hall, so you don't want to miss it. And then I want to have Morgan talk a little bit about, we just scored a brand new show coming in the spring. Need to Breathe.
Need to Breathe, yes. They're going to be here on a Saturday, which is so exciting. We love having big shows on Saturdays. Saturday, May 21st, Need to Breathe with special guest Patrick Droney, who I just downloaded. He is so amazing as well. If you like Need to Breathe, he's going to be there, or he's right on track with them. He sounds very similar, so he's going to be the opening act. But Need to Breathe, they have toured all over the world. I saw them in Bonnaroo, and they were so much fun.
You're our festival queen. You know all about the festival.
I do love the festival.
Inside.
Yeah. So saw them at Bonnaroo. They are a high-energy rock band with a Christian feel as well.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of mix
Very
of
broad
audiences.
audience.
Very broad audience. They have a song with Gavin DeGraw, so if you're familiar with Gavin, that's a big one. It's going to be such a great show, and I'll tell you, tickets are barely on sale, and we are already just pumping along.
Yeah, that has been a little crazy looking at that ticketing system. We sometimes have the inside eyes that look in there, and wow, not even our public
And tickets
sales
are
hit.
really inexpensive, $35, $45, and then for the pits, $79.50. So
which that's not going to last.
That is not going to last long. But yeah, this is a great way to kick off the summer in May on a Saturday night. Great musicians, great atmosphere, and great prices.
Yeah, I
on those
love that
tickets.
acoustic feel we're bringing into it. It automatically gives it a more intimate feel, even though our performance hall seats, what, 1,800 somewhere around in there?
About 1,800 with a soundboard, and it is an acoustic show, but it's still a full band. So you're still going to get that full band concert experience.
Yeah, super excited for that. So speaking of excitement, we have to roll in Leah Dunmire and talk about CARNAVAL that just happened. Oh my goodness. I think we have a little preview video of a few of the outfits from the other night. And then we want to come back and we're going to have our own little fashion police moment and talk about that. So let's take a look at this year's CARNAVAL.
Hi, we are coming to you from CARNAVAL. Hi, we are coming to you from CARNAVAL 2022, and we want to talk about all the fabulous red carpet looks tonight. So we have Cameron Vance and Austin Thomas here tonight. So Cam, tell me, what is the motivation between this floral masterpiece you have going on?
Avant-garde.
It's working. When there is a theme comes for it. Austin, how about yours?
I think this is called Smoky Lavender, this color. So I like that. And then Cameron said that looks like Puck from A Midsummer Night's Dream. So I just went with that vibe. have a little bit of sparkle in my teeth, so I just wanted to look like an impish little lavender creature.
Yes, tell me, what are you wearing tonight? This is a classic black dress from Nordstrom. Love the Angelina Jolie leg in it, the headpiece. We're working all elements floral. Also, Miss Kayla Young, tell us, girl, we are loving this moment. Thank you, thank you.
Where is this from? Who are you wearing?
I'm wearing an AliExpress original.
Oh, it's custom made though.
Amazon headpiece. It is custom made actually for me. Amazon headpiece, Amazon glove, my own shoes.
Gorgeous. As Miss Marilee about her outfit tonight.
Custom made from grandmother's drapes. These are put together from some tinsel, and this is how it is.
Oh my
Happy to be here.
There's a lot of work that goes into putting this on. So of course the attention to detail, but most of all knowing that this is really honestly a party with a purpose really makes it so special. Decorations are beautiful and it's a great cause to help people.
I love Carnival. It's my favorite local event. I love dressing up, and I love supporting the Clay Center. It's one of my most favorite places in the world.
Absolutely. It's not only fun, but we're out there supporting STEM education for kids. And we are so excited and already planning for 2023.
Does that give you any anxiety, Leah, saying we're already planning for 2023?
Absolutely not, because you know what? Planning Carnival all year long is like so much fun because you have
Right.
this one big thing to look forward to. The Friends of Clay, they really get into it. With this past Carnival this weekend, our co-chairs, Emma Bussey and Rachel Kaufman,
Oh,
the
fantastic.
themes they came up with for each room. I know last episode we were talking about the themes. We didn't want to give anything away, but with the Avant Garden, we had an English like tea garden in one room. We took a very avant-garde spin on the garden theme and had a vegetable garden on our main stage, which was super
Yeah,
fun.
and I think Jake Ruddle took a lot of the pictures that you're going to be seeing here in a second of, there's Ariana, we were talking about on the far
Yes.
left, gotta love it.
Oh, little fairy
But you
princess.
can kind of see as we're going through the incredible decorating, all that. I love that wisteria look. That was,
Yes.
oh my gosh.
Yes.
You know, one of my friends mentioned this is not just a gala; it's like Carnival meets the Met Gala because
is.
people really go. The
Lean in.
headpieces,
We lean in.
we
out
lean.
here.
We love a theme at the Clay Center. The headpieces, though, really, I think were the stars of the night.
Oh my
They were.
gosh, for
Rudy,
real.
your headpiece
Yes.
was incredible.
I only put that on for, when I had to be on camera or do anything, because that was way too top heavy.
I think
yeah,
the
your,
best-
your neck would have been sore by the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah,
a little
I think the best compliment is we never know where the headpiece ends and the decor begins. Yes,
Right.
because it's so true. It
I
was
know,
so on
in our,
theme.
Zach Merritt in education, people thought he was literally a prop.
Yes.
He was a full like nature druid.
Yes,
out there.
yeah.
It was incredible.
He was amazing, and people they were posing with him. He was part of our photo op,
He
which
was,
is
yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, in the weeks leading up to Carnival, when we were decorating, Zach had asked for like pieces of the decor because he was building them into his outfit for the night, which was incredible. So he was very on theme.
Oh my gosh. I mean, Leah, you all just did. I mean, there's a look at the Japanese cherry blossoms. I mean, your
Stunning.
committee, everyone in development just did such a phenomenal job. I mean, it really felt like you were just stepping into this magical little fairy garden in every room. It just looked gorgeous. And obviously, how many people were in attendance the other week?
Yes, we had about 600 people come out
Wow.
to support, STEAM education at the Clay Center. That's, we try to keep that reminder that it is a great party. Everyone has a great time, but really everyone that is there is truly supporting STEAM education at the Clay Center.
Yeah. I mean, so it's true. I mean, that is, at the end of the day, that's the main cause, but it doesn't hurt that it
There's
happens
our
in a really
vegetables
magical,
and-
those chandeliers, girl, I absolutely was living for the
They're
veggie
amazing.
chandeliers. And there was real produce
Yeah,
in the middle
there
of the
was.
tables and I mean, it was fantastic. And I know you guys are staying busy. Like I said, already planning for 2023. Great turnout for this. You and your team just did a wonderful job. And you all have Sip and Savor coming up soon, correct?
We do, yep. So next on the docket for Friends of Clay is our Sip and Savor events. We're going to be running 2 of those a month from March through June. So keep an eye out for details on all of those.
Great.
And we'll also be planning our Friends of Clay 5K.
Fantastic. So, all right, like we've said, ladies, thanks for joining
We're
us here
busy.
today and going over all things Clay Center. And, again, congrats on a great event. Lots coming up. We hope you'll join us at the Clay Center soon, whether it's for a performance or in the museum. We just hope to see you very soon. If not, we'll see you back here on Clay Center Corner very, very soon. Again, thanks again to Leah and Morgan for being here and going over everything. We really appreciate it. And Have a great next few coming weeks, and we will see you again very, very soon, and hopefully in our museum.